We're going to do our second example for hypothesis testing. This case we're still going to do a right tail test, as like we are going to compare we're going to determine whether the IBM outperformed the market. As we can see from the beta 1 head estimate, it is around 0.09, which is slightly greater than 0. But we would like to see if we can conclude the true beta 1 is really greater than 0. So it's same as right tail test. We are going to set the null hypothesis as beta 1 is smaller or equal to 0. We can, in this case, we can directly use the t-value provided in the regression result, because by default its hypothesized value is set to be 0, which is match what we're doing this time. But of course, if you prefer, you can compute it yourself, to verify what we did on the last example. So beta 1 head is first row, first column, so it's 1, 1. Standard error for beta 1 head is first row, second column. And then you just run these few lines, and then you will see that the resulting t statistic is 0.2245. Which is, if you round it up, is 0.225. Okay, and then again, for Dr. Yan's class, you can compare the t statistic with the critical value from above. Which will return false. And if you're using the p-value approach, obviously is greater than way exceeds 0.05. So below will return false. So we cannot reject the null hypothesis that the beta 1. The true beta 1 is smaller or equals to 0, so we cannot conclude that the IBM outperformed the market. For Dr. Preef's session, you're going to compare with the critical value that generated from standard normal distribution and the p-value using the standard normal distribution. So it's going to be, so it's going to be false again. And then if we see p norm, remember the lower dot tail is false. So we can see that either using t or normal, we will still reject the null hypothesis.